Hey bro, what's up? UltraMag64 here, and welcome back to the proud return of the Milo Pony game from Gameloft! Now, we have been gone from this game for a long time. You wouldn't notice it because we've been playing all the other flavors of the Milo Pony game from Gameloft, but it's time to get back home, back where we belong on the good old Android version. As you can see, it's still snowy outside. It's like we never left. It's like we never left. Now, I haven't exactly been playing this game as much as I probably should be playing it. I've been trying to do this one event right here. Collecting all the elemental shard things. I'm ranked 46, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this little pony right here, but I'm going to try my hardest. But anyway, so what happened is I finally completed the $8 million, $800 million, whatever, however big amount of money I needed to collect in Ponyville, so I have a new quest for us to go complete. Oops, wrong button. So I've got that to do. And that's about all that's changed. That's pretty much it. Again, I told you, I haven't been playing this game as much as I probably should. I keep meaning to try and keep up with it, but it's just so hard sometimes. But yeah, we also have a couple friends to get to. I've actually been trying to clear those out, so you know, you got that whole thing going on. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and head on back home. So yeah, in terms of things that have been happening recently, some news has happened. So we actually got a official trailer for the next season, which has is going to supposedly premiere with the appearance of Cadence and Shining Armor's baby. And on top of that, we also got a confirmation that the season is premiering in spring. That's not a long ways off. I'm surprised. I kind of figured we were going through another year hiatus, but apparently not. I'm actually surprised by that, just because, well, they've got a movie to work on, the 2017 or whatever, 2016 movie, whatever it's gonna be. And they also have the next Equestria Girl. So I figured we were gonna have a decent-sized hiatus for the main show, but apparently not. So, anyway, we'll talk more on that later, but right now we've got friends to look at. So we've got Cherry Days, days full of cherries. That seems like a very bland life, I'm sorry, Cherry Days, but you might want to mix it up, maybe put some oranges in that. Next up we have Happy Pants. Not gonna touch that. We have Joe Knight, good old Joe Knight, Knight of the Watch Guard guy who watches the wall. Hi there, Joe, how you doing? Jet Pie, a pie with jets inside it that you probably shouldn't eat because exhaust fuels and stuff like that's bad for you. You shouldn't do that. Next up we have B-Day Hundreds. That's a new one. That's odd. Hundreds of B-Days. I mean, I guess a birthday's every day, so I mean, I guess. Speaking of birthdays, my birthday is on the 23rd, so yeah, there you go, I guess relevance. Mr. Knight, I feel like we've met you before, but okay, maybe it's your twin brother. Pinky Pants. Pinky wearing pants. How do ponies wear pants? Nobody knows, but Pinky apparently wears them. Cherry Daisy. Okay. Caring Cake, a cake that I took your heart and I squished it. I squished it up real good in a blender, and then I drizzled it onto a cake and made icing out of it. And it's because of that this cake is so caring, because I took your heart caringly from your chest cavity, you know, while you were still kicking around, and I took it and I made cake from it for you to eat, but you can't eat it so well because you're dead. I'm sorry. I didn't think this plan all the way through. Flitter Pants. What is it with pants today? Everybody wants pants. Berry Cake. It's kind of self-explanatory, but cake with berries. Uh-oh, I pushed a button. Oh well. Anyway, Speedy Daisy. A daisy that's faster than the average bear. Flitter Cookie. Cupcakes too, I guess? guess Pinky decided, hey, you know what would be good? Flitter inside a cookie. Let's make it. Emerald cookie? Once again, Spike, get out of my friends list, man. Just making all these names. Blue Knight. That's actually pretty. Photo cookie. That doesn't sound very tasty. Blossom cookie. I've actually had like a blossom, like it's not a cookie so much as it is like kind of like a I guess a cobbler kind of thing, but it's like I've had like these things called apple blossoms. They're a little pastry. And when you microwave them, they open up like a flower, and they're delicious. I love them. Goldie Days, Mr. Knight. Once again, pretty sure we met you already, but okay. Flash cake. Cake made out of flash. Well, the Justice League has to do something with the guy. Mr. Daisy. Prim Music. And Apple Knight. Yeah, Knights of the Apple Table. Alrighty, but anyway, back on the topic of the season. I'm interested to see where they go with this. I don't know. I knew Cadence and Shining Armor. Why am I not? There we go. I knew Cadence and Shining Armor were gonna have a kid eventually. I mean, the marketing's there. So I mean, it was gonna happen. It was inevitable. So I'm interested to see what they do with it. I'm hoping it's good, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't actually watched the trailer because, you know, spoilers. But yeah, I will leave a link to Equestria Daily if you want to watch it down below. Anyway, excuse me, I'm so sorry to bother you, but, Mayor asked me to help check on the stores around Ponyville. Can you lend a hoof? Well, I sure can, except I kind of feeling goofed and already collected my stores for the day, but, it's story of my life. I really need to learn to not do that, but whatever. Maybe it means that I can get, you know, these stores. Hang on, let me check. No, it doesn't look like it. Does not look it. Nope. Okay. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. I'm pretty sure that said Ponyville, but I don't care. So yeah, we have that. Then we have a little bit of sadder news. This actually happened like the day before I'm recording this, but apparently the studio branch of Gameloft that makes this game, I think they're somewhere in Europe, I think. I can't quite recall. But they apparently shut down. Now, what this means for the game? Absolutely nothing. Because Gameloft's probably... I'm imagining that this game is getting Gameloft some decent cash, so I imagine that they're going to relevate it to a different branch of their company, because they have different studios working on different things. The only thing is, you know, what does this mean long term? I'm not sure. I don't follow Gameloft's, you know, financials and stuff, so I don't know how good business-wise they're doing. But from what I've heard, they may not be doing as well as they would like. You know, especially because they're closing down studios and stuff like that, which is sad. It's sad to see that. I'm really kind of upset that that's happening for them. My heart and soul goes out to those who lost their jobs, and I hope that they find new ones and they get better. You know, because it's hard to lose your job. You know, you never want that to happen. You wouldn't wish that on anybody. So my condolences to those who lost their jobs, and I hope you guys find new ones if you ever happen to stumble upon this video on the vast internet, which you probably won't ever, but I'm going to say it anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Gameloft's not going anywhere currently. Now, you know, things can happen and you never know, but currently Gameloft seems to be fine, so I doubt they'll be going anywhere. Now, the question is, what could they do to, I don't know, enhance the, or, like, get more profit? Well, I mean, unfortunately, it's kind of going to go down to, well, let's make more microtransactions in our games. But I don't know. In my opinion, I would try, and this is Magnus being Magnus, so, I mean, I'm no business major. But I would try and make better games. Make games that, foster a good fan base that would help carry your brand. Because Gameloft isn't a bad company per se, but their microtransactions inside their games are a little steep. I mean, it's like you look at this game, for instance. Now, granted, this could be Hasbro, setting the prices and stuff like that. Who knows, with a game like this. But, I mean, all the free-to-play games that they make and stuff, they don't seem to make any more premium games anymore, because I understand it's not viable, especially on the app marketplace where it's like, so competitive and stuff like that. And if you make a premium app, people like it, but they only pay once. Whereas if it's an advertisement-filled game or a microtransaction-filled game, they might pay several times. So I understand. The whole rigmarole of all that. But I just think that if they tried to maybe fostering and perhaps cater to their audience, such as, myself who plays this game, I'm not saying send me stuff. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying make a game that says, hey, guys, guess what? We love you guys. We make games for you guys. So here you go. Here we're making another game. It's going to be this. Have fun, or maybe get more licensing work. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how exactly to help them in this scenario. I'm not sure I can because, I'm only one guy. And I'm not going to buy $1 billion worth of microtransactions to My Little Pony from Gameloft. Because that's just not viable. But, anyway, it's just sad to see. It's sad to see this happen. But again, there shouldn't be any cause for alarm right now. Because, A, we don't know that much about what's going on, and B, Gameloft has other companies that they can bring in and work on the game. So I imagine it's not going to go anywhere. Plus, the underground version does get revenue somehow. I'm not sure quite how they managed to get more revenue. But I'm sure they're doing fine. I'm sure they're gonna do just hunky dory, at least for the time being. Now, in the future, maybe we'll see Gameloft close, which would be a sad day. Because they do make some of the better free-to-play games and other games like that. So yeah, that'd be a sad thing to see happen. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's happened since I have been away. Is a whole lot of things. Now, back on the topic of the show, with Season 6 coming so close, I'm interested to see where they're going to go. I'm more interested, actually, to see how long the season is. Because with so much, going on at the same time, will we see another 13-episode season? Because it's like during the first Equestria Girls movie, they had to relegate a lot of the crew to Equestria Girls. Not only that, but a lot of the original crew has left, DHX. So, I don't know. I don't know what to expect with this. They've got less people to work on it, and they also have less people in general. So, what's going to happen? And granted, we haven't seen, like, a couple people have left, and, they've, like, Sibsy's gone. Sibsy left, as far as I recall. I think she left a while ago, and I never discussed it. But yeah, Sibsy's gone, which is sad because I love Sibsy. But it's just how life goes sometimes. But yeah, she left. I think it was around the same time Mando Pony proposed to her, or they got engaged or something. So I think that she just wanted to, I don't know, be with him or something, or maybe she wanted to broaden her horizons. Whatever. Point is, you can't expect people to work on Pony forever. But I'm interested to see who they get to replace the people they've lost. I don't recall exactly who all's left. I know somebody left recently, not like yesterday or anything like that, but recently someone left. I want to say it was an artist or something. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was a director. I think it might have been a director. But anyway. And again, that's nothing to get scared over. You know, Pony's not ending. As far as my knowledge is concerned, Pony is... It is on a decline, but by the same token, it's still profitable for Hasbro. So they're not going to take Pony anywhere for right now. And who knows? Pony might be on the rebound. You never know. Just with this wacky, crazy world, you know, you just can't... You can't, it's hard to predict sometimes. It's hard to predict. One thing might be like, oh no, this thing's gonna crash and burn horribly. But you never know. Maybe the movie will rekindle a lot of fans and bring back a lot of fans to buy more toys, which is what Hasbro wants. It's just hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think. What do you guys think, or what would you like to see in Season 6? Since it's coming so close, what do you expect? Personally, I feel like we're going to get maybe, I don't know, something different. Something different. Because, like, Starlight Glimmer, like, is a pupil of Twilight now, which is an odd thing to say. Considering how close in relative age they are. You know, it's kind of odd to say that, because, you know, you think of pupil, you think of a young kid, and Starlight's anything, but, in some aspects, Starlight's actually more powerful than Twilight in some areas. That's not to say, you know, she can't... In a magic duel, who would win? You never know, you know. But, you know, Starlight's got game. So will she play a significant role in Season 6? Don't know. Possibly. You know, the way it left. I mean, granted... Here's the thing about, like, the finales and stuff like that. The finales are usually, like, meant to be, like, this could be a potential last episode. So, we have to make everything happy and hunky-dory. Otherwise, you know, if the studio were to go down or something, we like, funding got cut, whatever, you know, it's not leaving loose ends like a certain someone did with a certain series they do on YouTube that they really should have thought through. But anyway, that is not neither here nor there. Point is, you know, they don't leave loose ends. Because, you know, I've seen so many series try that where it's like, you know, we're gonna have this huge overarching plot between our seasons, and then their show gets canceled, you know, or unrenewed for another season. Like, for instance, Constantine on, I think it was CW, I think, was a great series. Loved that show. First season, fantastic. But it got cut after second season. And there were a lot of unanswered questions, and I was very sad. But, yeah, that's just how it kind of rolls a lot of the times. So they can't exactly do, like, a huge overarching plot. Now, granted, they did say, you know, baby is coming, and now, whoop-de-whoop, there's the baby! Which kind of makes me think, okay, so 9 months are... It's been 9 months between the fifth and sixth season. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm honestly kind of interested to see where Starlight is. I'm interested to see if maybe we'll see Sunset. I'm honestly hoping not. Like, Sunset, I think, deserves to be in her own little world. She's proven time and time again that, you know, she's the Twilight of that world. Granted, we already have a Twilight of that world, but whatever! Point is she is kind of her own thing, and I think she needs to stay that way. Now, what they might do is kind of tie them in. Now, granted, they've said that they don't want to tie them in. You know, they want to keep it, you know, relatively separate universes and stuff like that. They want to keep the storylines kind of separate. They intertwine them, you know, with nods every now and then, like with the end of Friendship Games, alluding to the end of Season 5, which, again, I feel like they misordered things, and they could have done a lot better with that. That would have been a lot nicer if they had, because that would have spoiled the ending of Season 5, even though Season 5's ending was great. But, anyway, I'm concerned to see what comes next. Just because I don't want to see Sunset go back to Equestria. I don't think she belongs there anymore. You know, she's made Pedestria, as many like to call it, which I actually kind of like. She's made Pedestria her home, you know, and she doesn't need to go back. I think that her time in Equestria is done. She doesn't need to go back because she's got nothing to go back to. I mean, she's got friends now. She's got a well-deserved community. She's redeemed herself from being, the mean girl. Why can't I do my balloon pop? And she's just better now. And I don't feel like she has a place in Equestria anymore. Something's going on with my remote. I'm not sure what's going on here. Weird. Whatever. But yeah, I don't feel like she needs to go anywhere. Like, a lot of people want to see her come back to Equestria, but why? Why do we need to see her come back to Equestria? What could she possibly do that would require her to come back? One thing I think might happen is something goes so horribly wrong that they need to come together. Or they just start bleeding into each other like they did with the whole tear thing. Like, the dimensions just start breaking down. That could be one thing, but again, that opens up a whole nother can of worms. But anyway, guys, I think that's enough of the pony poking game for one day. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have a fantastic day. If you want to check out the My Little Pony game from Gameloft, links in the description down below for iOS, Android, and Amazon versions. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Make sure to keep poking those ponies. And if you want to add me on Gameloft's social thing, want to be my friend on there, my code is 0145. That's 0145. But anyway, guys, I'll catch ya on the flip side. Bye-bye.